What's up, nerds? Welcome to Cool Nerd Reviews. I'm Steve Trezza.
Scott Burnett.
Devin Burke.
And today we are going to talk CHAPPiE, the new movie from Neil Blomkamp.
CHAPPiE.
We're going to do the CHAPPIE review. We went and saw it last night.
Let's do a little quick review.
So basically,
Each
what
of
the
us.
movie is about. CHAPPIE, well, it's in Johannesburg in
Like all of Neil Blomkamp's movies.
South Africa, which all of his movies take place in like the slums. Anyway,
Fun time.
so crime is gotten so out of hand.
Really? Again?
They said 300 deaths a day. And so the police force, and it takes place like a couple years in the future, the police force brings in these automated police officers, robots, to come in and help them, take down the crime in the city.
And it basically drops the crime to nothing.
And so the guy who made the robots makes this artificial intelligence and uploads it into a robot that is set to be
Destroyed.
crushed and destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's supposedly the artificial intelligence is better than any sentient mind.
Yeah.
Like any organic thought.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, it's an artificial intelligence, so it's a computer, so it constantly learns. However, when he uploads it into a robot, it's just like a child.
Yeah.
So you have to teach it and like make it grow.
which makes the robot itself fucking adorable. Like I love the character of CHAPPiE himself is goddamn adorable. Like it melted my heart when I saw it.
It's the whole touching story of teaching a robot to love.
It's literally Wall-E mixed with Johnny Five. That's all it really is to me.
It was.
I love.
No, you have the cutesy of Wall-E, but you have Johnny Five's like Leary mindset.
He's like so impressionable, and it's just when we're watching him discover things for the first time, it's fucking cool because they put these like lights in his face to make him look like he has eyes, and then like all the moving parts on his face, they made him like very they put emotion on his face, which is hard to do on a robot, and I loved his character. He was adorable.
So they go. Just quick rundown of the movie here.
CHAPPiE gets adopted by criminals.
Well, basically, the guy who created him is taking CHAPPiE home, like before he uploads the intelligence, and he gets hijacked by a bunch of thugs who want to kill him or give them a remote to turn off the robots.
Yeah, well, so what they first wanted to do, they wanted to initially turn off the robots, and then I think his name was, what the fuck was his name?
He's like,
the doctor?
Yeah.
Dion.
Dion. So he's like, no, I'll make you this robot to help you fight for you, and then they were going to do this heist to get this money to pay back this criminal overlord that they fucked over in the beginning of the movie.
So basically, he uploads the intelligence to CHAPPiE. CHAPPiE becomes he becomes a living being, and then the gang doesn't realize that they have to like make it grow up.
Yeah.
So the gang like makes it grow up, and he's trying to teach it.
Yeah, the female gang members like treat him like very motherly.
Yeah.
Which I kind of liked her.
Yeah.
And then you got the asshole
ninja.
Ninja, the whitest, like biggest douchebag I've ever seen.
Like I didn't know. I'm not very well versed on the Johannesburg culture, but they were fucking weird.
Yeah, they're wearing like all these like weird like 80s get-ups, and like I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't really understand
They
that.
look like the evil gang in Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah.
That Jackie Chan movie.
But they wore this really like Tank Girl-esque like type get-up, and it was just like really 80s and really out there, and like I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, even still, like the movie kind of like changed its pace. Like halfway through, it was like, oh, the robot's learning everything. He's gonna like, like the scientist guy is telling him like, oh, you must be good, don't shoot, like be all that kind of stuff. And then like the criminals telling, no, we need you to shoot to get us money and all this other stuff. So you get conflicting issues.
The funny scene was when he's learning how to learn the combat training scene. Because he won't shoot people because his creator Dion, he's like, I'm your maker. You have to promise me you won't do crimes or shoot anybody or something. So he gets the concept of a promise. But then like the ninja, the evil / good at the end criminal. Yeah. He was like, oh, you don't have to shoot. You can use these. They put people to sleep, and he shows them like knives and throwing weapons and stuff. And then there's this whole montage of CHAPPiE like throwing stars at like bottles and shit and learning. And the Mexican dude in the movie like teaches him like
his name's American.
Yeah. So he teaches them a lot of like slang and stuff. So he's like walking around like
he keeps doing this like
yeah.
And then they teach him how to like fist bump, and he like punches the dude in the hand real hard. It's a funny
So somewhere in the middle of the movie, you get this thugged out robot that's wearing like big ass chains and running up to people and carjacking them.
He's like, I want
wasn't expecting at all.
It's funny because he takes him out. The main thug ninja takes him out in the van. He's like, he stole Daddy's car, and he's like, the first one he tries to steal, he's like, you don't steal Daddy's car!
And just smashes the car in bits.
His eyes change because they're these little like soft squares all movie, and then they turn into these like sharp angles, and he's like, you don't steal Daddy's car! And he takes a monkey wrench to the hood of the car and just caves the whole thing in, rips the door off, throws the guy out. And they're like, no, getting back in the car. And they're like, we need the car intact. And then there's just a montage after that of Chappie stealing all these fancy cars. And he's driving around, he's like, I got my own one, Daddy. Like, it's fucking hilarious. And he's wearing like chains, and they spray paint all these like logos on him, so it looks like
he's dollar sign.
Yeah, it looks like he's got tattoos and shit. It's so funny.
It's a very entertaining movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I was expecting.
I don't think we should talk about so much, so that way it gives little people to see what happens at the end. I won't spoil anything. Too much.
Spoilers.
So,
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert from here on out.
Yeah.
From Neil Blomkamp's movies, I am going to go in
science magic.
No idea expecting
so
what to expect, because it was not exact what I was expecting at all. Which same thing with District 9. I thought it was going to be a completely different movie than it was. This District 9 was better than Chappie in my opinion, but it was very entertaining.
Yeah, I like the fact that throughout the movie, from the point the intelligence is uploaded till the end, he grows up like. He goes
within like 5 days.
Yeah, he goes through his adolescent phase where he's like, he doesn't know what's going on, he's scared. Then he goes through his teenage years where he's very angsty and he hates everybody. And then at the end, he's like an adult and he makes like good decisions and he's like a good person. The whole part of the movie is like, he's trying to develop this machine that can upload a consciousness to something else, because originally,
he's afraid of dying.
Scout 22 in the beginning, which is Chappie Scout 22. Before he's uploaded with the intelligence, he gets shot with a rocket launcher, and his battery's fused to his chassis, so they can't replace it. So he's only got a limited amount of time. So he wants to live. So he wants to transfer his consciousness, which isn't data because it's artificial intelligence, to another body. In comes Hugh Jackman as another villain.
Hugh Jackman's backstory is he's this other scientist at the police force, and he makes this giant, like, very RoboCop, big-ass robot.
Like, not only that, but his character was a very biased, like, Australian. Like, always had a freaking rugby ball in his hands, and just say how muscular and strong he was.
Anyway, in order to control his robot, it's not an artificial intelligence. You actually put someone in a helmet and like control.
It reads their brainwaves or something.
And so they use that
to upload the consciousness. Yeah. And then this movie had a ton of Sony product placement in it.
Oh, so many!
He stacks like 4 PS4s on top of each other and plugs it into a Sony Vio, and then that's how he makes this like brain transfer. Science.
PlayStation 4, people. It can transfer your brain
but they
into the internet.
Wouldn't have overheated if it was Xbox.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so then we get like the end scene. Hugh Jackman goes to crush Chappie, basically because they see on the news that Chappie's helping out these thugs.
Killed pretty much everyone.
And is killing people. So now Hugh Jackman goes to the police chief and is like, let me take him down.
Don't forget that Hugh Jackman uploaded this program called Genesis.dat.
Which destroy all the other ones except for Chappie.
Overheats all the CPUs of these robots. So all the original police fighting robots that were developed by the main character Dion. Then Dion's with Chappie when his overheats, so he takes it back to the lab. He's quarantines the malicious program in Chappie, brings him back to life. So then he kind of discovers that, oh look, Hugh Jackman did this. Then Hugh Jackman goes to the police chief, who's Sigourney Weaver, and he's like, let my robot take control, and she's like, just fucking do it. And then he goes out and tries to find Chappie and kill him, because Chappie still has the evidence of that rogue program, so he has to kill Chappie. So at the end, you get this huge battle scene where all the thugs, the original thugs that are now good, Dion and Chappie,
they're not really good.
The thug bosses of the original thugs.
Yeah, those guys were never good.
Well, no, they're good at the end. He turns over. He definitely turns over.
Yeah, as soon as
he goes to sacrifice himself to save Chappie and his friends.
Yeah, that was it. At the very literally 5 minutes left of the movie.
It's a story of redemption.
Yeah. So the redeemed thugs. So the mom, the dad, Chappie, and Dion. Then the original thug bosses, which was this weird fucking dude.
Which I don't understand why he had subtitles for. I understand him perfectly.
He was English, but he had subtitles, but it was very broken South African English.
Yeah. But it was fine with me. I was able to.
He kind of looked like a roided up South African Zod.
Yeah.
He looked, So it was him and all his thugs, and then it was Hugh Jackman and his big robot. So there was this big 3-sided battle at the end.
Yeah.
And Chappie started fucking kicking ass.
Yeah.
And then at the end.
Everybody
gets shot.
Dion gets shot. And Chappie, who, this is the one thing I didn't like about the movie. So Chappie brings Dion to the lab, puts him in the neural transmitter that Hugh Jackman uses to make his robot, and uploads Dion's consciousness through science magic, our favorite magic.
My favorite, trademark, TM.
And puts Dion's consciousness into another robot. I just don't get it. So I was
even he didn't get it. It's like, I'm a robot now.
I was just kind of like, I don't understand this.
It's the same way he was able to upload his own consciousness because his artificial intelligence transcended data. It was actual consciousness.
I guess.
But still, that's a long stretch.
And for
like,
it's a science fiction movie.
Yeah, but then there's like, dude, come on.
It's a science fiction movie. It's its own. Science fiction movies can take liberty with its own science.
It's fine if it was Chappie because it makes more sense because, it's data into data.
No, but Chappie's intelligence was not data. That's the whole point. That's when Chappie was like, oh, just put me in another body. Dion was like, we can't do it because your mind isn't data anymore. Your mind is a consciousness.
Yeah, but just by going through the internet, Chappie was just able to figure out this program.
Whatever. You don't question other ridiculous shit.
I question all.
You're that guy. Yeah, but he's a robot and he can learn very, very fast.
Yeah.
So that.
But anyway, so
I didn't mind it.
So yeah, then he does the same thing for his mom, the mother character.
For his mother who died because he had backed up her consciousness.
And then he made her into a special android looking one.
And then right before Chappie,
with the rap video.
Well, right before Chappie's about to die, he puts on the neural transmitter and he gets uploaded to another body. So now you have this family of robots that are
and ninja and one human
and one human living together.
It's a sitcom
in a slum.
In the slums of Johannesburg. Yeah. And that's how it ends.
Great happy ending.
Yeah, her eyes open after the consciousness is uploaded. And
with a terrible rap video.
Actually, the two main, the dad and the mom from the Redeemed Thugs are actually
singers, musicians, rappers.
They're musicians in Johannesburg, and they did the soundtrack, so it cuts into one of their songs at the end.
Yeah.
You want to give it a rating out of 10?
I like the grade ratings better, actually. Everyone does the 1 to 10. Let's give it a good old paper grade.
Homeschool grade.
All right, I'm gonna do it a red pen.
All right,
that's not accepted anymore. In elementary schools.
C.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, just because of the ending?
C plus.
I'm gonna go with C plus as well. It was good. It was real good. I actually more enjoyed it it in the theaters, but this seems like a movie that's you would definitely see on Netflix. I could see this coming on Netflix in literally 6 months.
There was a lot to it. There was a lot of
It wasn't District 9.
There was a lot of an extreme amount of character development for an Android movie. I enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable movie.
No, yeah.
I had the way I grade movies isn't that they make sense or all this other stuff. It's how much fun I have in the theaters. So I haven't had this much fun in the movie theaters since I saw Guardians.
You just love the cute robots.
Oh yeah, they got me. Oh, his little cute robot when he's programming and he knocks shit off the table and it walks around. It's oh mess, and it starts cleaning shit up. It's funny and cute and it's done. Everything was done really well. The visual effects we didn't mention.
Give us a grade.
Chappie, hold on, I'm still doing my own little.
Visual effects was good.
Was great. You couldn't tell when they used practical effects and when they used or CGI. The animation on him was great. I give it a B+. I had a lot of fun with this movie. It was great.
All right.
I would recommend it. Go see it. And I'm so glad he's doing Aliens now.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad that Neil Blomkamp is doing Aliens. I think that he's
going to take a new turn.
He seems like he could definitely do a good job.
The thing with him is his movies look really action-oriented, and although they do have action scenes in them, they all have really good writing in it. And it's all
they're character-driven action movies.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
I definitely felt the characters. I didn't feel the plot so much, but I definitely liked the characters.
Yeah, it was definitely a character-driven movie, and same thing with District 9 was the same way. I didn't see Elysium, so I don't really know.
It was more the same.
So I think that's something that Alien needs. I think he's going to do a good job with Alien. Which, by the way, did you know all 4 Alien movies have been directed by Oscar-nominated directors?
Oh, look at that!
And now Neil Blomkamp was directed, or his was, God damn it. District 9 was nominated for Best Picture when it came out. So,
really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out! Best Picture?
Yep.
How? Didn't win.
Didn't win. It was nominated. So now you have another 5th
Yeah.
The fifth Alien movie still.
And Sigourney Weaver was in this movie as well. So she was
the chief.
So I can see her being an alien.
She's
going to. She even said that she's going to be.
That's going to be so
good.
She's
in every single sci-fi.
I'm already giving that one an A. So when we review it, I don't need to give it a grade.
I think it'll be good. So that's our review of CHAPPiE. Check out some of our other videos.
Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe.
Let us know if this was too much of a spoiler of a review. This is our first movie review, so we kind of know how to do it. So if it did spoil too much for you, and you want to see,
we basically gave away the whole movie.
And you want to see more movie reviews in the future, be like, hey, don't fucking spoil the whole goddamn movie for me, idiots. And then we'll be like, all right, we won't. So let us know in the comments down below. Nobody comments, but maybe you will.
So check it out and check out our other reviews. Check out our channel, like, favorite, subscribe. And until then, we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Goodbye.